Alright, there's the LCD. Kind of hangs off because this is designed for a 2040 frame rail. This is actually from AM8, Anet AM8. So people converting their Anet A8s to all metal. Alright. I gotta finish the power supply, but I need to get more connectors. Alright guys, check it out. So I got a bunch of 12 gauge wire here. Probably totally overkill. I'm going to run one for the each MOSFET and one for the board. This is definitely way overkill. You don't need to probably run this much wire. But, you know, wiring for fuel injection computers and stuff, it's, I don't know if the same principles apply to this thing, but it's always good to have a home run back with the battery for any sensitive electronics, like computers or anything that's basically controlling motors or sensors. Alright, cool. Alright. Solder every single wire. If you want reliability, you should solder everything, always. Yeah, I had to get rid of the yellow connectors on there because of, you'll see in a couple minutes, but it'll be sort of like constrained. Got all the wires on. Fish this box back up. Wow, some thick wires. So I'm going to fish this box on real quick, like that. Actually, it's going to cover it like that. Alright. Yeah, it's a pretty cool box. So, as you can see, I'll put links to all this stuff if you can get it. Just going to screw that stuff on like that. Pull the covers. Like that. And I can move this to a different printer, like when I expand on this thing, so. And then the other cover. There's that. And this one goes over here, the low voltage side. I don't know why it's like that, though, why they had a whole thing on there. But, alright guys, cool, I actually drilled that hole, though, because that's where the wires are so thick. Definitely overkill. You don't need wires this thick. But, like I said, I want straight shots back to all my MOSFETs and my board. So, yeah, because eventually when I upgrade the bed on this thing to a 500 by 500, it's definitely going to be sucking down a lot more juice. So, alright. Actually, I might not even be able to use this power supply, so might have to switch over to AC. But, alright, cool. Alright guys, I almost forgot to put this in. So this is actually a 12 volt car adapter to USB charger, so I'm going to actually put this in here for the the Raspberry Pi. Alright, so I'm going to take this apart and see if I can get the circuit board out and somehow put it into this power supply. Alright, there it is. This is the USB converter. You can see the little coil converter in there. And I'm going to mount it somewhere, I think, in here. I'm going to glue it onto that board. So I have to take this cover back off again. Kind of sucks, but desolder this. The ground is the outside here, and there's a clip on there like that. So I'm going to solder ground here, and this is the actual positive contact right there in the center. All right, cool. All right, so I printed out this little case right here. I'm going to put a better light. All right, so I'm going to hot glue this little thing in there. The case cover originally designed to be like this, but I'm not going to get in there. So I'm just going to mount that like that. Hot glue it all in there nice and tight. Then that'll hook it up. Yeah, this actually wasn't for this actual module. It's for a different USB module. But yeah, one without this LED on there. So, all right. So I'm gonna get some hot glue and get it in there. I got well, first I gotta solder some wires on it. Some 12 volt leads. I'm gonna use so this wire, 24 gauge wire. All right. All right. Power supply is finished. Take a look. Got the braided material on there. The sleeve. Those are my wires all soldered and shrink wrapped. I needed extra clearance, that's why I got rid of the like a plastic thing like that. Alright, then I got the USB connector on there, and that's going to do provide 5 volts for the Raspberry Pi. And take a look. So, actually I didn't even test the power supply, so I don't even know if it works. Make sure it's off. All good solder connections everywhere. Let me feed that. I'm going to have to feed that in a little bit. It's frayed right there. But, alright, so I'll get this on tomorrow. It's going to mount right here. Sorry. It's going to mount like that there somewhere. You get the idea. I'll show you tomorrow. Alright, cool. Alright, done with the wiring. Check it out. So, this is the 2 MOSFETs right here. And it's all wired, and each has its own dedicated wiring. So, yeah, the connectors aren't exactly the right kind, but fatter, so you can see I kind of pushed out on the edges there. No big deal. Alright, take a look at it. So, that's the box fan. Still got screws in. Still got to put the bed back on. That's what these are for. Trim these wires. That's the box mounted power supply box. So I'm gonna fire this up real quick and see if I get any power here. Alright guys, there it is. Finished. Got the bed on. The LCD's working. I'm not gonna put the octo printer right now, but it's eventually gonna go like somewhere. It could either go in the front, but most likely I'm gonna have it in the back over here. So I'm gonna take my lamp off here, but cool. So this was the original. This was that cheap $40 Craigslist printer. So yeah. Now so when I first got the printer, this is actually how I wanted it to look. I couldn't stand that box. So if you have a Tevo or Creality or Anet printer with that external box and you want to get rid of it, that's how I did it. So now I can just pick this thing up and not have to worry about that box falling. I can just pick the whole printer up and move it. So what happened before is I ripped off my connector because a box fell on the ground. It ripped off all my connectors. So that's another reason why this is a good upgrade. So I'd actually add some legs to it and some height to get it all underneath, but cool. Yeah, looking good. So next video, not next video coming up, but I'm going to be making this bigger. So 500 by 500. So I'm trying to find the bed for it right now. So I'm just going to get some more 2020 frame and 2040 frame and make it some massive printer. So 500 by 500. Alright, cool.